What's up, YouTube? It's Real Movie Monsters, and finally, this is the unveiling of our new segment, Favorite in Franchise, The Quick Ranking. We're looking at all our favorite horror and horror-related franchises and ranking them within themselves from my least favorite, and possibly yours too, down to my number one favorite film within that franchise, which might not be yours too. Alright, let's kick this thing off with Scream. Just a quick reminder to like this video, subscribe, and hit that bell to be notified. Alright, let's get into the list. Number 5.
You lose.
Scream 3 coming in last on this list. This is definitely the most unlikable film in the series as of right now. Guess we'll have to see what Scream 6 brings us. But Scream 3, released back in 2000, was definitely a decent slasher, although the use of a universal voice changer and the stab movie being a big part of the story, along with the reveal and backstory of our eventual protagonist. This one did have some good moments overall for the story of Sidney and Gale and Dewey's characters, but also got way too goofy way too often for it to be taken seriously.
Leading role just to die here with second-rate celebrities like you two!
Number 4.
Hello, Sidney.
Hello there. Oh, there's two of you. Again. I've seen this movie before.
Not this movie, Sidney.
This is the latest film in the Scream franchise to date, Scream 5. It finds itself here on my list at number 4. I do really enjoy this movie. I love the returning actors and actresses to their roles as Gale, Sidney, and Dewey after all these years. The kills were really good and had some shock factor, but at this point, whether it's intentional or not, this one was super predictable, so it lost a little something for that.
I think it's safe to say you're on the suspect list.
Well, maybe you're the killer. Because that cut deep.
Number 3.
I've got time. It's you that doesn't.
Scream 4 makes its way to my mid-list pick. I like this one for the introduction of the new cast. There were some really good characters brought in on this one. The story was really good, the use of realistic technology for its time. This one also had some really good kills. The overall picture of Sid's story was told very well in this one, way better than number 3. And the reveal of the eventual killer in this one actually had some shock value to it.
He's recording the murders.
What?
This time, he's making the movie.
Number 2. Number 2 on the list is Scream 2. This was a great movie. They knew what they were and how people felt about sequels at the time due to other franchises. But the returning cast with all the original actors and actresses was really nice and felt like something we should become invested in, which made some of the kills in this movie that much more impactful. And of course, Jamie Kennedy.
That someone's trying to make a real-life sequel.
Stab 2? Who would want to do that? Sequels suck.
No, wow. What?
Billy's mother. Nice twist, huh? Didn't see it coming, did you?
Number 1.
You like scary movies?
Uh-huh.
What's your favorite scary movie?
I don't know.
You have to have a favorite. What comes to mind? You hang up on me again, I'll gut you like a fish, understand?
And number 1, the film that introduced us to Ghostface, the originator, the one, the only, Scream 1. This film came out at a time when horror was in a lull, we'll say. The supernatural or the possessed or even just a slasher that had dream powers or some weird capability. So to see a slasher that was more grounded in the real world was different. And the idea that gives the character a resemblance to teleportation abilities was made up by the killer being 2 different people, and in order to hide that fact, they had to come up with a great costume that covered the body and face completely, making the audience realize that the killer could be anyone. Just brilliant. The concept, the cast, wow, the cast. Most of which were very happy to continue returning to do more films in this series. It's very nice when that happens, the same characters being played by the same people. It allows the audience to really get into the roles. Even the smaller roles in this film were played by great people. At the beginning, we all thought that Drew Barrymore was going to be a huge part of this film. The hype was around that. And little did we know, she was going to meet her demise only minutes into the film. It was unheard of. The twist. This film opened doors for the horror genre to become more real and gritty, and that is why it is my number 1.
Nobody said you did. Thanks, buddy. Besides, it takes a man to do something like that. Yo, I'm gonna gut your ass in a second, kid.
Thank you for watching the beginning of my brand new series, my favorite in franchises, The Quick Ranking. Be sure again to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, it really helps me out. And until next time, stay scared.